Democrats launched a full-scale assault against Attorney General William Barr at Tuesday's House Judiciary Committee hearing, clashing with Barr repeatedly as the hearing jolted from topic to topic. Here are the top takeaways from Barr's first appearance before the Judiciary panel in his 17-month tenure as Attorney General. House Judiciary Chairman Jerry Nadler of New York and the panel's Democrats did not offer Barr any niceties congressional witnesses typically receive. Democrats repeatedly cut off Barr's responses, accused him of being wrong or lying, and made clear they weren't interested in the explanations he was offering. Barr wasn't allowed extra time at the end of each lawmaker's 5 minutes to respond to questions that witnesses typically receive, forcing Republicans to use their time to let Barr push back on the Democratic accusations. The effort was clearly part of a strategy from Democrats to show they had already rendered their verdict on Barr's tenure as Attorney General, and nothing he could say would sway that. Democrats charged that Barr was putting President Donald Trump's interests ahead of the country, and they attacked the Attorney General on his involvement in the prosecution of cases involving Trump associates, his response to police protests, his response to coronavirus, his removal of a U.S. attorney, and many more topics. The final Democratic questioner, Representative Veronica Escobar of Texas, accused Barr of refusing to uphold his oath and defend the Constitution, prompting ranking Republican Representative Jim Jordan of Ohio to vocally protest the accusation while Nadler gaveled the hearing to a close. Some of the most powerful moments of Tuesday's hearing came from Black Democrats on the panel, who questioned Barr's assessments of systemic racism in policing and the response to nationwide protests following the killing of George Floyd at the hands of police in Minneapolis. Representative Sheila Jackson Lee, a Texas Democrat, urged Barr to recognize institutional racism in policing when he said he disagreed that it exists in police departments. "I would hope that the DOJ would focus on systemic institutional racism," Jackson Lee responded. "That's what we need you to join us on, Mr. Attorney General, and to recognize that institutional racism does exist, and until we accept that, we will not finish our job and reach the goals and aspirations of our late iconic John Lewis." Louisiana Representative Cedric Richmond called out Barr for invoking Lewis, the Georgia Democratic congressman who died earlier this month, in his opening statement while failing to have any black people among his senior staff. "That, sir, is systemic racism. That is what John Lewis spent his life fighting, and so I would just suggest that actions speak louder than words and keep the name of the Honorable John Lewis out of the Department of Justice's mouth," Richmond said.